Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to import from China with the Jingdong application, also known as JD. Now, the major difference between Alibaba applications like 168 and JD is that on JD, you can shop products from international brands like Apple, Samsung. You can buy laptops, products you essentially not be able to buy on 168. And you can also find authentic goods on JD, okay, compared to 168 where you can, you cannot buy an original iPhone on 1688. And even if you're going to see it, it's very rare, okay? The iPhones on 168 are replicas, the Samsung phones on 168 are replicas, and most of the branded products on 168 are replicas. So you're not going to be able to buy authentic from 168 in most cases. But on JD, you can, buy authentic products on JD, okay? So in this video, I am going to be showing you how to download the JD application, how to create a JD account, how to shop on JD, and how to get the products from China to your country. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let us get to the video. So you can download the JD application from Play Store or App Store. Okay, all you have to do is just open your Play Store if you're using an Android phone, and if you're using an iPhone, open your App Store and search for the JD application. Okay, jd.com or JD. It is going to show you the application. Okay, this is what the app looks like. You're going to download the application, and after installing the app, you're going to open the app. Okay, now when you open the app, it is going to bring you to this page. Okay, it is going to bring you to the create account and login page. Now I was unable to screen record the login page for security reasons, but I'm going to explain how to log in to you. Okay, it is going to tell you to either create an account with your mobile number, or it is going to tell you to log in with the WeChat account. Okay, now if you're someone that has been watching my previous videos, you will know that I always advise that if you're logging into these Chinese applications, if you're given the option to log in with either Alipay or WeChat, it is better to log in with either that Alipay or WeChat than creating an account with your phone number. But let us assume you don't have a WeChat account. You can create an account with your phone number. You're going to register with your phone number, okay, and a code is going to be sent to that phone number, and then you can create an account. Now the downside to registering with phone number is, in some cases, according to my experience, by the way, when you try registering with your phone number, the code doesn't come, okay, in some cases. So you have to keep trying till the code comes. But if you have a WeChat account, you're going to see the WeChat logo there under the application, okay, in the login page. You can click on that. When you click on that, it is going to direct you to your WeChat account. It is going to request for authorization, just the same way you log in with Google on applications that support Google login. That is the same way you log in with WeChat, okay? It is going to access your WeChat account and you're going to be logged in. Now, as you can see, this is what the home page looks like when you're logged in. You can see a list of featured options there, like the recommended, the mobile phone tab, the, accessories tab, different tabs that you can, if you're someone looking to shop accessories, maybe mobile phones and laptops, you can, explore those tabs, okay? So, I'm going to scroll down to cell phone and mobile phones now. So if you're looking to shop a phone, you can scroll to the cell phone / mobile phones tab, click on the brand of the phone you want, okay? So in this case, I'm going to be clicking on Apple, okay? I'm going to be using Apple as an example. When you click on Apple, a list of different iPhones is going to be displayed to you, and you can also use the search bar to search for the specific product it is you're looking to buy, okay? So as you can see, we have list of Apple iPhones that are here, ranging from the 17 Pro Max downward, okay? So you can select the one you want. I'm going to be using this iPhone 14 Pro Max as an example. You're going to click on the particular phone you want to buy, just like I have clicked on this iPhone 14 Pro Max, and as you can see, the 14 Pro Max is selling for 2,689 yen, okay? It is selling for 2,689 yen, which when you convert that to USD is about 396 USD, okay? And when you scroll down a little bit on the page, you can see the reviews page, which is the page where you're going to be seeing reviews from people that has bought this particular product, okay? You can check the review, and if the review is looking good, you like the review, you can proceed to buying the product, okay? When you click on the buy now button, you can see the different colors of the phone there is, and the storage of that particular phone, okay? As you can see, there's different colors ranging from the gold, dark night, silver, different type of colors, and there's also the 128 gig version, the 256 gig version, the 512 gig version. So you can choose the color you want, the storage option you want, and you can select how many pieces you want to buy in that number section, and you're going to click on confirm. Okay, so that is that about phone. So now let's go to other products. If you're someone looking to shop computer, you can see different brands of computers there, game pads, computer related stuffs. This is the page you buy them from. If you're someone looking to buy alcohol and beverages, you can come to the alcohol and beverages tab, and you can see that there's the Macallan, there's the NSCVSOP there. Different varieties of brands you can shop from, okay? And if you're someone looking to buy small appliances, you scroll to the small appliances tab. If you're looking to buy beauty and cosmetic products, you scroll to the cosmetics tab, okay? And if you're someone looking to buy baby related products, you go to the mother and baby tab, okay? So that is that about the scrollable tabs at the top of the home page, okay? So now let us assume that there's a specific product you want to buy. You have a picture of that product, but you don't know the name of the product, okay? Now you can save that picture, and at the top of the home page you can see the search bar there, and just beside the search bar you can see the camera icon, right? There's a camera icon there. You're going to click on that. It's going to ask for permission to access your files and internal storage. You're going to give it that permission. You're going to locate that particular file, that particular picture it is that you want to search for. You're going to search for that picture, and it is going to load up a list of products related to that particular product. And as you can see, the cookware has been loaded up. I can now select the one I want to buy depending on the product specifications and the quality I want and the price that is listed there. Okay, so that is that about picture search, right? Now, beside the home page tab, there is a tab that says scroll. When you click on that tab, it is going to direct you to this page that looks like an Instagram reel page. Okay, and on this page it is just a page where you can watch videos from different sellers that are trying to promote their product. Okay, you're going to be seeing different type of videos, like videos on food, videos on phones, videos on just videos on different types of products that are being sold on the application. So when you watch a video and you like what you see in the video, let us assume you want to buy, you can click in the comments and you're going to see a link to that particular product. And you can also check the comment section to see what people are saying about that product, and you can also drop a comment of yours if you feel like, okay, that is what that page is for. It is just like an Instagram reel page, okay, where you can just endlessly scroll and watch different type of videos. So now I'm going to be showing you how to, of course, shop and pay for a product on this application. Okay, so I'm going to be using this product as an example. This is a glass cup for students. Okay, it is a portable water cup with a rabbit design. Okay, so when you click on a product, of course, this is what the product page looks like. It is going to bring you to a page like this. Now when you scroll down on the product page, you can see buyers reviews there. Okay, so this is the page where you can see reviews from people that have shopped that particular product you're looking to shop. You can go there, read their reviews, look at the real pictures of the products that has been uploaded by the people that have shopped this product, and from the reviews you can now come to the conclusion to either buy that product or skip. Okay, when you scroll down a little bit more, you're going to see the section there where it says details. Okay, in that details section, that is where you can see the specification of the product. So that is that about the product description. Now the next thing we're going to be talking about is the customer service button there. So when you look down, you're going to see the option there. It looks like a message icon. Okay, it says customer service. When you click on that, that is where you can talk to the supplier, the person that sells this product, or their customer service representative. Okay, that is where you can talk to them. Let us assume you want to know more about the product, you want to ask for a discount, you want to know how long it will take them to ship that product, things like that. Okay, when you click on the message icon, that is where you're going to find out. You're going to have a one-on-one conversation with the merchants. So that is that about the customer service section. So now when you want to buy a product, you're going to click on buy now. Now when you click on buy now, you're going to see the different styles and specification of that product there is. For example, if the product has different colors and sizes, you're going to see it there, and you can select the colors and the sizes you want. Okay, so when you've selected the specifications of the particular product you want to buy and you click on the confirm button, it is going to take you to the checkout page. Now when you get to the checkout page, you're going to be asked to fill in a shipping address if you haven't filled in a shipping address before, and in most cases this shipping address has to be an address in China. Okay, So if you're someone that is shipping from China and you need consolidation service, you need the shipping address to send your product to, and a freight forwarder to forward the product from China to your country, that is what we do at Vundor. Go to vundor.com, install our mobile application, create an account with us, and get the warehouse address that you're going to upload to JD from there. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you an example in this video where you've installed the Vundor application and you've created an account. On the home tab, you can click on get warehouse addresses for consolidation. You're going to choose the continent you live in. So for example, if you live in Europe and you live in Italy, you're going to select your continent, which is Europe, and you're going to select your country, which is Italy, and the warehouse address responsible for freight consolidation and forwarding to Italy is going to be displayed to you. So from there, you can copy the details and use it on the application it is you're shopping from. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to fill this on the JD application now in the option where it says consignee name, you're going to have your consignee name, your own specific consignee name. You're going to copy that and you're going to head back to the JD application and you're going to fill that there in the option there where it says addressee, which is the first option. You're going to fill that there, and in the option where it says mobile phone number, you're going to fill in the warehouse phone number there. Okay, the delivery phone number, you're going to fill that there, and in the option where it says address, you're going to copy the warehouse address, and there's a drop down there. Okay, there's a drop down on the application. You're going to click on that drop down and you're going to paste that address there. You're going to paste that address there and you're going to click on autofill. Okay, the autofill button is the red button there. You're going to click on that, and when you do click on that, it is going to automatically fill in the address for you on the application. Okay, now when that is done, you can set the address as your default shipping address if you're going to be shipping to the address from time to time, and you're going to click on confirm. Okay, and after filling in your shipping address, you can now click on pay now. When you click on pay now, which is going to direct you to the page where you're going to be able to pay for the parcel with Weixin Pay in most cases. Okay, now I have made a video before on how to activate Weixin Pay on WeChat. If you haven't watched that video, you should go and watch that video. Okay, I'm going to include a link to the video in the description below, and that video is also going to be showing somewhere on your screen right now. Okay, you can go and watch that video. You're going to pay with Weixin Pay, and after paying for your product is going to be shipped, and you can track it in the me section. Okay, when your product has been shipped out and it is on its way to your to the warehouse address you shipped it to, you're going to see it there. Okay, and I've also created a video before on how to track your product when it has been shipped out to you, and how to consolidate the product on the Vundor application. I am also going to include a link to that video in the description below in case you haven't seen that video before. And that is all for this video. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, click the subscribe button and turn on your bell notification to be notified when I upload another video. Goodbye.